immer noch in unserem schicken roten Camaro unterwegs. Rennstrecke gerade war ja alles ganz lustig. Jetzt sind wir an so einem riesen Gelände. Hier, Performance Racing Center sind wir jetzt. Und ich glaube, da vorne hat einer Scheiße gebaut. Guck mal da. Oh oh. Performance and Racing. Das will ich sehen, wer das regelt jetzt. Haben wir über hinter uns, ne? Der eine Container ist ihm noch voll in die Scheibe geditscht, ne? Nichts passiert, Chef. So. Weiter geht's. So, das sieht nach Racing aus, weil, was ich mich sagen wollte, ist, wir fahren immer nur hinterher. Wir wissen nie genau, wo es hingeht. Und die Jungs von Corvette haben uns aber eingeladen. Jetzt dürfen wir uns alles angucken, was uns hier erwartet. Also Racing sehe ich schon mal. Ich sehe Corvette C7R, Cadillac ATS VR, Chevy Indica. Das ist natürlich sehr interessant. Sowas habe ich noch nie angucken können. Camaro GT4. Camaro Factory Shootout, Cadillac DPI VR. Das ist, glaube ich, Le Mans Prototypen-Serie. Und dass die Gebäude immer so riesig sind, ne? Bei denen. Guck dir das mal an, was das für ein riesen Laden schon wieder ist. Okay. Wir gehen mal rein. You can say hello. As our guide here in America. Your name is?
Lauren.
Lauren takes care of us.
Absolutely.
Ja, also sie kümmert sich wirklich um alles, sehr begeistert. And you're a real car person. You're a third generation.
Second generation.
Second generation. Yeah. Chevy durch und durch. Hier brauchst du nicht kommen mit Ford or anything like that. You don't like that.
Nope.
Nope.
All durch Chevrolet, all GM. My brother works at the plant too in Bowling Green.
In Bowling Green?
Yeah. And my dad's at that plant too.
I worked there too, but only for one day, but I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so this now is the racing facility where everything happens with race engines, right?
Exactly.
Also the cars?
It's just engine in here.
Just engine?
Yep.
I think you should build a building maybe next time a little bit bigger. I don't know, it's a little bit too small.
Well, you go in, it might look bigger.
It's crazy, only for engines?
Yep.
Okay.
They're important.
Yeah, without them it works half the fun. Okay, das ist wirklich, das Gebäude ist nur für die Motorenentwicklung. Rennmotoren, nicht normale Motoren, nur für die Rennmotoren.
In fact, this whole complex here, it's all engine. It's all propulsions.
The whole thing?
So this whole complex, yep.
Das ganze Gelände, leider könnt ihr das nie mal so wirklich sehen, wie groß es ist. Das ganze Gelände ist nur für Motoren. Hi, nice to meet you.
Jean-Pierre.
Yes, right.
Tom Reed.
Tom Reed, nice to meet you.
Welcome, thanks for coming all this way. Renee.
Tom, good seeing you again.
Good seeing you. Welcome.
Okay,
welcome.
thank you.
Very good.
Hello.
Jean-Pierre, Chris Kogan.
Hi, Chris.
Nice to meet you.
Lauren.
Lauren, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Was wir schon sehen, ganz kurz. Was wir schon sehen hier, ist der Rennmotor aus diesem Fahrzeug hier. Und zwar ATS VR mit V6. Und was wir hier sehen, sind die ganz normalen Borg-Warner-Lader. Das sind eigentlich Tuning-Lader. Und was noch sehr interessant ist, dass wir oben die Ladeluftkühlung, siehst du das da oben, ist in der Ansaugbrücke. Also 2 Wasserladeluftkühler, die in der Ansaugbrücke oben drin stecken. Das ist ziemlich cool. That's a pretty nice solution to have the water intercoolers in the intake manifold over there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And two, on both sides.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way all our supercharged are too. The
So no long piping.
Right, right. And if you saw, we have a twin turbo V8 in the Cadillac. We just came out with dual overhead.
I saw it in
4.2.
Yeah, I saw it. At the Bowling Green.
So what we wanted to do was just sit you down in a conference room, lock you in there real quick, but give you an overview of the site that you're at.
Okay.
And then tell you about a few opportunities that we have here that you can choose from, you know, on what you want to do.
Okay, let's do this. Sounds good.
Well, yeah. Okay. Because we don't want to waste time, you know, showing you a bunch of stuff or talking about a bunch of stuff that you can't use, right?
Okay.
Make sense?
Also wie ihr merkt, es ist wirklich alles frei nach Schnauze hier. Wir besprechen jetzt erst, was wir uns überhaupt angucken können. Wir wussten es gar nicht. Also, okay, let's check it out then.
Sehr gut.
Sounds good, sehr gut. Wir gucken uns das mal an, was die Optionen sind. Wirklich tolle Gebäude, ne? Guck mal, als Beispiel. Ich wollte so ein Display bei uns in der Firma immer haben. Ja. Okay? So ein Display kostet ein Arsch voll Geld. Dieses Display ist im Eingangsbereich von dem Motorending. Hier sind keine Menschen normalerweise, hier sind keine Leute. Dieses Display ist einfach da. Ja, also läuft bei denen hier richtig gut. Das ist ein sehr, that's a very interesting thing. That's a car that people can order, right?
Yes.
And this is a quarter mile car.
Yes.
non-street legal from the factory.
Das muss man sich wirklich mal vor Augen halten, Leute. Man kann in Amerika ein Viertelmeile-Auto, was nicht straßenzugelassen ist, einfach so im Laden kaufen. So how much is it?
They're
Over $100,000, just over.
Just over $100,000. And it runs 9, 10, I don't know.
The fastest ones out there running factory shootout are just breaking into the 7-second zone. They're
What?
We've been many of our customers.
But stock.
have-
I mean 7 seconds and it's like this.
Well, no, those are a little more modified than stock. When they leave our facility, they run about 850s.
No way.
About 160 miles an hour in the quarter mile.
8,5. Die fahren eine 8,5 aus dem Laden raus. But track, everything's perfect then. The conditions are perfect.
You know, we just track tested this past week in one of our models, and right off the trailer went 860 at 160.
And no, because in Germany we don't have glued tracks. So what would you think what the car can do on a normal street? Normal street, nothing prepared, just a normal street.
Yeah, these are on prepared tracks. So these are on pretty good quality tracks.
Yeah, so 10.
The one thing, you know, you got to remember these cars
Yeah, I
are
see the tire.
mandated to a 9-inch slick. So it's a 9-inch tire.
Guck mal, der Reifen.
Our supercharged engines, this was the 427 naturally aspirated, but the supercharged engines as they leave the factory are around 1,000 horsepower.
So there's still 3 engine options.
Correct.
Each year it changes. This is Copo. You'll have to do a little research on these too, but there's only 69
Right.
made per year, right? And then
Right.
the rights to buy them are essentially a lottery because there's more people that want to buy them than we can supply.
So you can have an NA engine, supercharged engine, what I heard,
Yeah.
and
Supercharged, and we also offer 2 different naturally aspirated variants. So one being a 427, and then this year you can order a 302, which is based off our LT1 architecture, direct injected. So in class racing, there's different classes. So,
Yeah, no, I know.
Depending on how much power the engine
Yeah.
makes, it falls into a different class.
the weight of the car in kilos.
Now you're challenging me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
About 3,500 pounds.
35, I think it's still, that's 1,600 kilos, I think. 3,500 pounds is around 1,600 kilo.
He's getting the calculator out. Yeah.
Ich glaube, es wird ziemlich lustig hier.
Wie viel Kilo?
1,600.
1600.
13. Mit Fallschirm.
Crazy.
Wie geil, ne? In Amerika ist einfach Tuning und Werk eine akzeptierte Sache, weißt du? Es ist so Teil davon und es ist auch so okay. So, jetzt besprechen wir mal eben, was die Optionen sind, was wir machen können. Wir suchen uns was Schönes raus. Bis gleich. Okay. Wir haben gerade viel gequatscht, schon wieder lustige Sachen auch gequatscht, vor allen Dingen ohne euch, leider. Aber guck mal hier, Pop Bottle. That's for bottles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it again.
Was ist denn los?
I don't know. If you give me something like this, I can't stop it. Also was wir nämlich vorhin besprochen haben, war sehr geil. Ein riesengroßes Geschäft ist, jetzt haltet euch fest, es ist ein Hersteller, es ist Serie. Ein ganz großes Geschäft ist es, den Leuten Motoren anzubieten, die für Swaps sind. Also die bieten Pakete an, um die 30, 40 Pakete, die in der Lage sind, Leute zu kaufen und die können die in ihren Nissan schmeißen, in ihren Pickup-Truck, in ihr Golfcar schmeißen. Und das wollen die. I'm just telling the people in Germany that you have these great engines and you want that. You like to do that. You have a catalog where you offer things like that. Also das ist tunerfreundlich. Und hier ist nämlich auch so ein Motor. Den Motor kannst du zum Beispiel auch kaufen. Und dann bieten die dir ein Getriebe dazu an. Willst du ein Getriebe für ein Motorboot oder Getriebe für ein Auto oder manuell oder Automatik, was weiß ich was. The compression is only 10.9 to 1. It's not so high for an NA engine, right? No, it's supercharged. Oh.
Yeah, supercharged.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's a big catalog.
Yes.
And in here...
We have LS engines, LT
And then you have a
engines.
separate ECU that needs only power, and then it can work by himself.
Correct.
On a
Yeah,
table, for example.
Yeah, and we have like plug-and-play kits where you can have the engine and the transmission all together. In fact, there's a display over there if you want to check one out.
Ja. Guck mal hier. Du kannst immer dann so ein Steuergerät, Kabelbaum kaufen, siehst du? Da musst du nur Strom drauf geben. Hier ist sogar ein Gaspedal bei. Gibst da Strom drauf und dann läuft der Bock. Und wir machen uns bei uns so einen riesen Affentanz, wenn wir das irgendwie zum Laufen kriegen wollen. Okay, that's a crate engine.
So this is based off our LT1. In a crate form, it's 535 horsepower. You can get it, again, it's connect and cruise, as we call it. It comes with the engine control, even the throttle pedal, because it's all electronic throttle, transmission.
The transmission works, it's an automatic transmission.
Correct.
And the ECU for the transmission is where? Or how you do it then?
Yeah, so there's a controller for the transmission as well. Comes with the kit.
So I buy this, and I give only power to, I don't know where, somewhere comes power in, 12 volts. Turn the key, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to mount all of the components into the vehicle, whatever that vehicle is.
Of course,
it's very
sensors.
custom in nature. Yeah, very popular in the street rod community, and basically if you can dream of putting an engine into any car, that's what we're here to help with.
Okay, das finde ich ziemlich cool. You also offer cranks, the shafts and all this? No.
Nope, you're on your own.
Because this can sometimes be pretty tricky.
Yeah, that'd be very custom usually, because who knows what you're putting it in.
Yeah. And it's no problem for you, right? You.
Well, it's we're just able to leverage the versatility of this engine. That when you look at what the small block goes into, naturally it's cars, it's trucks, it's marine, industrial applications.
I got so many crazy ideas right now.
Yeah.
A golf car.
My golf cart engine's getting a little lazy, and I've been dreaming about how I could get one of these in there. But
Yeah, of course. Call me.
My wife might get upset with me. I got too many projects as it is.
Okay, also wirklich krass geil. Also diesen Katalog werden wir uns, den tue ich direkt in den Rucksack. Sekunde. Bin noch da, Sekunde.
Yes.
Also the engine from the CO6, the
Yes.
LT4.
Yes.
Same package.
Yes, we offer a similar package for the
Ja, und
supercharger
wenn wir
as
so
well.
einen kaufen, dann bauen wir den selbst.
Wie? Stimmt!
Ja.
We could build then the engine ourselves. Actually, in Greenbow, in
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Kentucky, yes. Yeah, you were there already?
yeah, I built an engine,
Oh, okay. Yes,
and they told me I broke the record in time.
Way to go, man.
and yeah, that's a good idea.
Ja.
Okay, I gotta think of a car where we put it in. Maybe we'll find something.
Yeah,
That's the Corvette engine from the Le Mans car.
that's it.
That's a pretty big intake manifold.
Yeah, well, we're restricted, and when we go up to the build room, I'll show you the restrictors that we have to breathe through. But
Yeah.
basically, in the car, there's another section of the airbox that bolts on here,
Okay.
and then there's a restrictor that's basically
yeah,
in this
yeah.
area.
Okay.
And so the throttles are in here. You want to, by rule, they give you the volume of the airbox can only be so large. You want to maximize that. for the
Absolutely.
rules.
So, how much power does the car make with the restrictor?
With the restrictor, somewhere around 500.
Okay, das Le Mans Auto, wir machen mal ein Bild rein, was ich nebenbei vom Design und von der Fahrt, das ist der Grund, warum meine gelb wird. Mega geil finde. Macht um die 500 PS. Same engine without any restriction. What do you think?
Well over 600, 650, somewhere in that range.
650 PS würde er ohne Restriktor machen. Was ich aber auch sehr interessant finde, ist das Getriebe. Wir wollen hier den Schwerpunkt immer so tief wie möglich haben. Deswegen, die Kardanwelle geht hier unten rein, die Kraft geht hier unten rein. Wir haben hier noch einen Riementrieb, der, denke ich mal, die Lichtmaschine oder sowas antreibt, hinten am Getriebe. Aber seht ihr, dass die Ausgangswelle viel höher ist, um den Schwerpunkt runterzukriegen, ist hier ist die Antriebswelle drauf, die aufs Rad so geht. Somit hast du die Antriebswelle immer gerade in Position mit dem Rad, aber hast die Kardanwelle dementsprechend tiefer. Somit hast du auch die Antriebswelle, kann sich gleichmäßig hier bewegen und ist nicht wie bei einem getunten Auto, ist die Antriebswelle von vornherein tief. Dann hättest du nämlich immer unter Belastung, wenn das Auto dann einfedert, würde die Antriebswelle immer verkanten. Okay, let's go on.
All right.
Ready to head upstairs?
Going upstairs.
Let's do it.
Okay, krasse Bude, ne?
Geil.
Und Böden haben die wirklich drauf hier. Da, Le Mans. Okay.
This is a few areas that you might need these.
Schon bought yours, right?
Go this way. There's only one area you'll need them.
Okay.
So this is engine build. So we do, as you can see, for all the engine builds for the Performance and Racing Center here. Down in this corner is we build Corvette, kind of on this end of the room.
So this is Le Mans engine again, right?
Yeah, so these engines are actually just came out of the cars. These engines ran Mid-Ohio and Long Beach, won the race at Long Beach. So they're back here. We're going to be refreshing them. The Le Mans engines have already shipped, so we've already got them out the door. So obviously, build things many weeks in advance for events such as that. Just the logistics of getting everything over there. This is one of the restrictors that we run. This is the current 30.6 millimeter restrictor. I can't even get a coffee cup in this thing, right? If you want to check that out. So the engine has to breathe through two of those.
Das ist wirklich nicht viel, guck mal hier.
So obviously one of those things that leads to the differences of why a production Z06 has a supercharged engine.
Yeah.
Whereas wide open. Whereas this one, based on the BOP, we have to be restricted to meet that balance with all the other competitors.
Also die müssen halt in der Le Mans Series oder in Le Mans halt mit so einem Restriktor fahren, zweimal vor den Drosselklappen. Und das ist halt wirklich für so einen Motor schon Todesstrafe. Er bekommt halt einfach nicht die Luft, die er wirklich will und wirklich braucht, um dementsprechend durchzuatmen. Aber wenn du das so siehst, dann siehst du auch das Potenzial von dem Motor, ne? Mhm. Also was er könnte, wenn er dürfte, ne? Das ist wirklich, wirklich wenig. But I see there, is that a forge? No, it's not a forge block. You ever used forged blocks?
They're cast. It's basically a production variant block because by the rules.
The race engine have production blocks.
Yeah, this is based off the old 7-liter block, but based on the rules, we're allowed there's a dimension from crank centerline to the bottom of the car that you obviously want to take advantage of. So that's why this engine has been made with that one-piece bed plate. Mm-hmm. And also encompasses all the dry sump scavenging and everything in there.
Ah, yeah, right.
It's one of those things where you want to take advantage of the rules, get the center of gravity as low as you can.
So you made your own block then for this?
The lower is, but this is based on production. Again, this is the great thing about the small block engine is there's not many. Yeah, you can really tailor these engines to do just about anything.
Also es ist wirklich super interessant. Und eine Sache, die ich auch gar nicht wusste. Du nimmst diesen V8-Block wahr und dann sagst du, ja, das ist einfach ein V8 und gut ist. Aber die können das Ding halt über die Jahre so weiterentwickeln oder haben sie weiterentwickelt, um es genau passend zu machen, wie du es willst. Das heißt, die untere Platte ist jetzt gemacht für Trockensumpfschmierung, ja, weil sie können im Le Mans auch den Motor tiefer machen. Das heißt, hier ist er getrennt, denn die Köpfe können sie anders machen, andere Nockenwellen fahren, andere Kompression fahren. Das kann man mit anderen Motoren auch. Aber die haben halt alles fertig und können sich so, dann ist der Motor, der gleiche Block, in der Lage, Ladedruck zu fahren, nicht Ladedruck zu fahren. Sauger oder nicht Sauger. Und somit können die sich das ganze Ding so zusammenschustern, wie die Bock haben. Die können auch alles auf einmal machen. So you also be able to make a 7-liter supercharged one. That's whatever you want.
We can do whatever we want, yeah.
What do you think, what's the highest output potential of the block?
The production block? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough question because it probably really depends on what it's going in.
Let's say alcohol, low compression. Or a little higher compression then.
Yeah, and are we talking like a drag racing effort or are we talking
no drag
something
racing.
That's got to go a 24-hour
No. Let's say highest
where,
output. Let's say highest output 10 seconds. Highest output possible.
Oh man, I think you could get, I think people in the aftermarket already demonstrate the capability of production type hardware, in the 2,000 horsepower range with these twin turbo type setups. Really the sky's the limit. And it really comes down to the duty cycle. If you're going to be just a drag racing only, you can obviously be a little more aggressive with things that you do.
So 2,000?
I think if you just look on the internet, you'll see people, hitting those types of numbers, if not more. It's pretty amazing.
Das hat über 2,000 PS sieht er halt als Potenzial für so einen Motor.
For example, because be careful with your hands there. Sharp edges. But just like these, these are the Loma bosses for cylinder deactivation. But because
you don't need it.
We don't need it. If a pure racer would say, why don't we just machine that out? That's a lot of mass. Well, but this is the block that we run in the production engine. This is the way we homologated it. So we've got to leave it there. So,
Also das ist wirklich geil. Das sind zum Beispiel für die Zylinderabschaltung, was wir gesehen haben, wo wir den Motor gebaut haben. Das sind die Teile für die Zylinderabschaltung, aber das ist auch der gleiche Le Mans Block. Die lassen es einfach drin, weil es ist einfach der Motor, der es ist. Bums, aus Ende.
This is for fuel economy on a street car, so we can go to V4 mode. Yeah, so that's the way our active fuel works. Is it shuts off these.
Hey, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So we got a little scar mass there, but
but it's stock, so you leave it.
Leave it. Yeah, it works.
Okay. So that was. Can I touch it?
Yeah, sure. If they're used, go ahead.
Was wir hier sehen können, ist das Belastungsfeld von so einem Motor. Und was auch zu sehen ist, zieht euch mal bitte ein, wie dick die Lagerschale ist. Also that's a pretty thick one too, because in Germany we have them way thinner than that. So that's pretty strong. Du siehst hier, wie die Belastung ist. And this engine ran 24 hours, right?
This engine was a Petit Le Mans in Roar, if I'm not mistaken. It's got like 4,000 miles on it.
4,000 miles. Okay, also das ist natürlich schon eine harte Belastung hier, die du hier sehen kannst. Und guck mal, das ändert sich auch hier. Wenn du hier guckst, ne? Siehst du das? Aber die Motoren sind natürlich auch schon gemacht dafür, dass sie wirklich nur getreten werden. Ne? Dann sehen wir hier die Trockensumpfschmierung, die Ölpumpe, die an der Seite halt dran ist, wo die einzelnen Kammern drin sind, um dementsprechend das Öl rauszusaugen und wieder reinzupumpen. Also Bock halt wirklich eine Menge Volumen, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Guck mal, wenn du so reinguckst. Das ist wirklich geil. And then you building here a new one, right?
Yeah, just going through everything, fitting up the main bearings, getting rod bearings fit, just all the pre-built stuff.
Dann haben wir hier die Trockensumpfschmierung hier unten wieder montiert.
throw this up so you can see the top.
Dann sehen wir hier Stehbolzen. Da haben wir ja schon öfter drüber gesprochen. Die Stehbolzen haben natürlich einen Vorteil, dass sie die Kraft, wenn du den Kopf festschraubst, dass du die Kraft nicht in den Block reintust, sondern wenn der Stehbolzen drüber ist, du die Kraft mit den Schrauben hier oben hast und den Kopf wirklich auch runterdrückst. Das heißt, what kind of compression is this engine running?
14.2.
14.2. 14,2er Verdichtung fährt der Motor. Ich glaube, das ist die höchste Verdichtung, die ich bis jetzt so gehört habe. Das ist sehr krass verdichtet und das muss eine geile Aggressivität machen. Also wenn du Gas gibst mit 14,2 verdichtet, ein V8-Motor mit so leichten Pleuel, das ist besser als viele andere Sachen im Leben. That sounds very nice. I mean, the whole combination. You hear the weight of the rod and the piston. 14.2 compression. RPM is
6,800 max.
6,800 is what we're limited
That's
to
our
this year.
homologation max.
How much?
Sorry, that's
6,800
BOP.
RPMs.
Yeah, 6,800. 6,800.
That's not much. That's for the engine nothing.
That's what we're regulated to.
That's nothing for the engine.
Compared to, say Porsche or Ferrari, those guys are 8,000-9,000
Right.
easily.
Because think about, you have this rod, you have so less mass that's moving, and I would see the engine is easy able to go 8.5.
Sure. But we don't.
Go back to that little restrictor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
On top.
That's the problem. You've got that little hole you're trying to pull everything through, and you're just limited, so you don't need the engine speed. Plus, we have a displacement difference between, say, Porsche or Ferrari, where we're 5.5 liters, and they're, 3.5 to 4.5, somewhere in there, whatever they're running.
Got it. Maybe building a V8 with 3 liter, 3.5, get more air, higher RPM.
Yeah, depending on how
different
the
gear
rule would work
ratios.
for these. Yeah, that's just it. What's the benefit for the car?
Again, it's like, and we want to keep it relevant to the production.
Yeah, okay, then it's the coolest way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ideally, we'd like to be running them, closer to what we run in production. But again, the whole balance of performance really dictates a lot of that.
You're right. Ich habe gerade den Jungs vorgeschlagen, wäre natürlich geil, wenn man so einen 3 Liter, 3,5 Liter V8-Motor macht. Weniger Restriktor, mehr Drehzahl, weil all die Komponenten sind da. Aber sie wollen es nicht machen, weil sie sagen, wir fahren einen Serienmotor. Also Serienblock, weil das tun sie wirklich. Weil das ist wieder ein Serienblock. Hier sind die Teile für die Zylinderabschaltung, die sind aber einfach nicht in Aktion. Die könnten es auch rausfräsen, machen sie aber nicht. Die sind einfach einen normalen Block. Lass los, zu Le Mans. Wo? Hier lang? Nach Frankreich. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Those are Copo engines waiting to be shipped.
Can I have a look? Sure. So krass, ne? Also als Hersteller lieferst du die Dinger.
So 3 supercharged and 3 427s.
How much is it? How much is this? An engine like that?
Somewhere around $30,000.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes, yeah.
And that makes how much power?
This one makes about 740
NA.
NA, yeah.
With normal gasoline. And in liters, how much?
7 liters.
7 liter. And how much RPM is that?
We spin these to about 8,200.
8200 Umdrehungen, 7 Liter Hubraum. 700. That's cool.
Yeah, the 5.7 liter supercharged engine also spins to just over 8,000 as well. Makes about 1,000 horsepower when it leaves here.
This one makes thousands.
Yes. Then when you get them into the hands of our customers, and a lot of the customers in the Copo program are very, very skilled engine builders and tuners themselves, and they'll take these engines and they'll add another couple hundred horsepower on top of that just with things that they do to them.
Genau, Digga.
Das kann man mal genau so machen. Kauf einfach 1000 PS vom Händler.
Okay.
Nix Bugatti.
Thank you.
How much is the supercharged one?
I think they're all somewhere in the low 30s, somewhere as a base price.
So it's pretty aggressive engines then.
Yeah, I mean, back to your point, how much power ultimately could an engine stand? I mean, you got to look at the duty cycle of these. Drag racing versus something that's got to run Le Mans.
Did somebody put this engine in a Corvette before?
They could. You can order that same engine in our catalog that you just took with you.
Yeah.
You can order that any of these engines.
Wait, I can order this engine and this. But gearbox-wise, this would fit in my Corvette.
What year do you have?
2018.
Oh, brand new one. There might be a difference in the bolt pattern on this. We'd have to check because this is a LS base, whereas your car is an LT.
Yeah.
So there might be
Smaller. I think LT smaller.
Yeah, the bolt pattern I think was a bit different, so we'd have to check that for you. I like what you're thinking though.
Geil. Das wird geil. Okay, okay.
So we'll go into the dyno.
Okay.
But, hey. So this is cell D. So this is the cell that Todd, Todd Holleran, he's our dyno technician. All the IndyCar work is done in here. Also, all the Copo engines are run off because this is a dual absorber cell that has a lot more torque capacity than the other ones.
Yeah, I also see you can make the room to the right temperature, right? You can. I made the room.
Correct.
Yep, all the cells have that ability.
Yeah. All of them.
Yep.
Okay. And this is the engine that I have, right? LT4.
That's an LT4. Yeah. So we, again, we do. This is work that we do for the crate engines as well. This is another example of a variant that we do.
So you have how many of these rooms?
4. One of them is non-firing, so it's just we'll show you as we go down. So we're kind of starting at the one end and we'll go to the other.
Guck dir alleine mal die Stromleitung an. Die Stromleitung, die von dem Ding weggehen, ist das? Very cheap room. Thank you. Hello. Oh, that's a Le Mans. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, so this is one of our development engines.
With restrictor on.
Yeah, you can see the restrictors. It's good. You see the other side of the air box as it comes onto it, and then we control the air coming into the hoses.
How you guys doing?
Good. Hi. Nice to meet you, JP.
JP, I'm Mike.
Hey, Mike. But this manifold is not the correct manifold, or is it the manifold is actually the car?
That's what we run in the car. The headers and the intake manifold is just as we run in the car.
And that height, so that's how low the engine is.
Yes.
Guck mal, wie geil das ist. Hier siehst du mal das Verhältnis. Siehst du den Krümmer? Guck mal bitte wo, ist geil. Guck mal bitte, wo die Auspuffrohre rauskommen. Ja. Jetzt machen wir mal eben ein Bild rein, wo wir das Auto von außen sehen. Jetzt denkst du ja, dass wenn du dieses Auto von außen siehst, dass die Endrohre tiefer sind als der Motor. Aber die Endrohre höher sind als der Motor. Siehst du das? Das heißt, die Abgase gehen eigentlich nach oben, weil der Motor ist so tief gebaut vom Schwerpunkt, dass die Abgase ganz woanders rauskommen. It's crazy. When you see the car from outside, you would always think that the manifold goes down to get the right position, but the engine position is so low in the car that the manifold actually goes up, and where the exhaust comes out is pretty high.
A little deceiving.
You could never see this if you see the car from outside. You would always think, of course, the engine is in a low position to get low gravity. But that's crazy. Okay, that's a lot of red there. So this one is running.
Basically, this is a duplicate cell. Kind of a duplicate cell. So B and C are very similar in nature. And then A is the one that's just driveline only. And again, you kind of take a peek in here, kind of at the setup. But hey, Jim.
Ah, I see.
So we can do driveline testing.
That's a sequential.
Yeah, that's just a typical rear differential. So
the gearbox itself. It's I see.
Yeah, manual gearbox.
Yeah.
So in this case, the setup was we got a prime mover, the electric motor, drives the drive line. You get the absorbers on either end.
Okay.
And we work on things, efficiency of the components,
Friction,
lubes, whatever. Yeah.
Also ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, was die hier betreiben, die Jungs, das ist auf jeden Fall großer Sport. Ja. Also das ist kein Kindergarten hier.
Das ist schon ernst, ja.
Also wirklich krass, unterschätzt. Okay, something else?
No, I think that kind of completes the tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, really, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Opened my eyes way more.
Oh, very
The
good.
catalog is now under my pillow when I go to bed.
Very good.
Also wir haben, denke ich mal, ganz, ganz viel mitgenommen. Super viele Ideen. Das mit diesen Swap-Motoren finde ich eine sehr geile Sache.
Mega geil.
Vor allen Dingen, ich kann es nicht abwarten, den Katalog in Ruhe anzugucken, weil du alles zusammenstellen kannst. Also der Kompressor oder nicht Kompressor. Du kannst auch 7 Liter mit Kompressor, 7 Liter nur Sauger. Alles geht hier. Also alles geht. Also we stay in contact.
Yes, okay.
I'm very, very sure.
All right.
Okay. Ich wünsche viel Spaß. Wir sehen uns nächste Woche. Tschüss.